Hello, Healing with Foods family. Mihaela Telecan here from healingwithfoods.org with another live from the car. That's the best place to do live streaming because it's quiet and it's a good environment with natural light. It's perfect. I love it. So, how's everyone doing? It is, what is today? Thursday. Oh my God, I can't believe another week is almost gone, but I hope you had a productive week, a mindful week, an insightful week, a happy week, a joyful week, all the things. The bottom line is today we are talking about eating as being as simple as breathing. And this is not the first time I am talking about this, and I think it bears being repeated because, again, everything we do according to our beliefs. And if you believe that eating is confusing, is difficult, is hard, is painful, is boring, etc., all the negative connotations you have created around eating, all the beliefs that you have around eating, all the things you're telling yourself, oh, Mihaela, yeah, I would like to feel healthier, I would like to have more energy, I would like to lose weight, but anything that comes after you state your desire and you say but, is a belief that most likely is not serving you and is keeping you stuck and is nothing but a belief. You can change a belief anytime you choose to do that. It's entirely up to you. So if you start to believe, just play with it. That eating is as simple and natural as breathing. That's what eating becomes. So think about when we breathe. So let's do like a mini class here. Eating, breathing, smelling. Those are three bodily functions that are vital to our survival. We must breathe in order for us to survive. In fact, I believe yesterday I heard that the world record in holding breath is around 6 minutes, which is a lot. A woman, a free diver, holds that record. I hope I'm not giving misinformation right now, but I'm pretty sure that's what I remember seeing yesterday in a program. So clearly we cannot live without breathing. And how much thought do you put in your breathing? 99% of the time, your breathing happens outside of your awareness. You don't have to think. When you go to sleep at night, you don't have to go to sleep thinking, how am I going to breathe tonight so I stay alive? Thank God we don't have to do that. We think about breathing when we do breathing exercises. We do on purpose. We focus on our breath, so we quiet our mind, or we do different breathing patterns, etc. But by and large, minimal mind, energy, and thought goes into our breathing. We don't obsess over the number of breaths we have to take. We don't obsess over the, composition of the air. We don't obsess over, should I take a deep breath now or should I stay with a shallow breath? None of that. We don't use apps to check our breathing patterns, to log our breathing, none of that. But when it comes to eating, we do all the crazy stuff that theoretically we don't have to do. So breathing, eating, and smelling, they're all vital body functions. So we covered breathing. We must breathe to stay alive, right? But we don't have to think very much when it comes to breathing because it happens naturally. The air is there. We inhale through our nose, exhale through our mouth. The lungs are doing their job, etc. Now when it comes to Smell, believe it or not, has a crucial role in our survival, in being able to detect in our environment dangers, like smelling putrid food, so you don't consume it to die of toxic infection, of food poisoning. Or you smell smoke in there, so you run away from the fire, etc., etc. But when it comes to smell, again, we don't think about, oh, I'm gonna hold my breath, not taking this smell because, you know, I only like to smell roses. I don't like to smell lilac, right? So when it comes to our sense of smell, we don't overthink it. Again, it just happens. It's easy, it's simple, it's natural, it's intuitive. It has its role in our biology. Now, the third aspect of our survival is eating. When it comes to eating today in our modern living, thanks to all the distractions, all the food advertising, all the media and the propaganda and everything that is around us, we are more confused than ever about what to eat, when to stop, how to eat, all of that. We lost touch with our innate wisdom. We still have it when it comes to breathing, but we don't have it when it comes to eating. So, number one, hey, I see a thumbs up. I don't know if this comes from someone watching or it's just new. Recently, I see those things happening in the phone, like big, fat, white bubble thumbs up. Anyhow, so number one aspect for you in changing the way you eat is to change the way you think about eating. Again, if you say, oh, I would love to eat healthy, but I would love to fast, but I would love to eat, I don't know, at home more than in the restaurant, but anybody, hey, Gloria, oh my gosh, good to see you. I hope you're doing well, carnivorista. So any thoughts around food and eating that you have that are of negative connotation, be sure of it, they are keeping you where you are, in an unhealthy or unhappy relationship with food. So the first change is for you to become aware of your thoughts. Anytime you say, I would like to do this, but, then go to that but statement that you just went through your head, write it down and talk to it. See where it's coming from. Is it true? I bet you it's not true. It's some kind of a learned thing that you internalized as being true, and then you made it your own, and therefore it runs your life. If it's not serving you, it's not true. So just ask yourself, is this true? Where is this coming from? And drop it. Drop it like you drop a hot potato. So is the thinking pattern. Then, if you want to eat intuitively, think about the biology. Like if you look at the digestive system, we are classified, you know, and again, this is the current state of knowledge. We are classified as omnivorous, right? Meaning we have a digestive system that allows us to eat pretty much everything and survive. And that is because throughout our human evolution, we had to eat anything we could find in order to survive. But if we look at our evolutionary journey, we see that what made humans thrive over all the other animals, because after all, we are another animal on this planet, beautiful planet of ours. It was the way our brain began to develop once we started to consume animal foods. Once we were able to hunt big fat animals and have plenty of animal protein and animal fat, it allowed for the brain to develop, and we basically are what we are today because of that, not because of eating vegetables or roots or berries occasionally. So if if we go back to our biology, by biological design, yes, we can eat anything to survive. But the question I have for you is, do you want to survive or do you want to thrive? Do you want to have your best life experience while on planet Earth throughout the entire duration of your life? The fact that we are advancing in numbers of age, it doesn't mean that we have to experience decay or accelerated decay in our physical body. That's again a belief. Oh, everybody when past 40, they lose muscle mass faster. Oh, they all have at least 1 or 2 medications. They have arthritis, they have pain. Oh, I must be getting older, that's why I'm slower. I must be getting older, that's why I'm forgetful. I must be getting older, that's why I'm aching in the morning. I feel stiff when I wake up. Yes, we have less resilience as we get older, and that is in part, again, because of our lifestyle, because we take in more crap than we put out. A lot has to do with the environment, etc., etc. But we go back to beliefs and to our biological design. So if you believe that you can, and if you want to have a beautiful life experience using this physical vessel, you understand that what makes the human body thrive, not survive, but thrive, is nourishment that comes from animal food. And if we look at our biology, yes, we have teeth that resemble both herbivores and carnivores, right? We are not fully carnivore based on dentition, nor fully herbivores. But that's just one aspect of our digestion. If we go down the stomach, our stomach is more of a carnivore stomach than nothing like a herbivore stomach, nothing like a ruminant stomach with 4 chambers, right? So we have a very, very low acidity of our, low pH, high acidity. And of our gastric juices, which are indicative of not even carnivore but predator animals, actually not predators, scavengers animals that are not even hunting to kill and eat a fresh animal, but they go and find the corpse of dead animals and consume that, which are loaded with microbes, but the acidity of the gut is able to kill the pathogenic microbes. So those animals actually survive by eating old flesh. So our gut is equipped with such gastric juices, which tells us that evolutionary, we at one point we were unable to hunt and kill live animals, and we relied on dead animals, or if we killed animals, we had several days to eat from without refrigeration or fire. So we are equipped to deal with that kind of food. Then, okay, we talked about the gut not having 4 guts. We don't have the digestion and absorption of nutrients in the human gut happens in the upper part of the intestine, the small intestines. In the large intestine, almost no absorption of nutrients happen. It's reabsorption of water. If you eat any plant matter, that's really to feed the microbes that are inhabiting grossly the large intestine. So, any way we look at it, we are not designed by biological evolution or design, whatever we choose to believe in, because again, it's a belief. We are not designed to extract efficiently nutrients from plants. The plants are digested not by the gut of the herbivore animals, but by the microbes that live in their guts. Our microbes do not live in the upper part of our intestine, but rather, or digestive tract, but rather on the lower part where no nutrient absorption happens. So if you want to be well fed, well nourished, satisfied, not to have cravings, to have sharp thinking, to have energy, to be free of pain, your best food is of animal nature. not synthetic meat in a lab, not meat that's called plant-based meat alternatives, and oat milk and all that stuff that's filling up our supermarkets. And we hear everybody, oh, I want my latte with oat milk because it's good for the environment. It's not good for the environment. It's not good for you either. Let's drop that. Let's accept what we are and make peace with food that's meant for us, and make it regenerative, and support our local farmers, because it is possible for everyone to eat food that's by design, and to disperse on the surface of the earth, not concentrate everybody in cities and have no farmers left and rely on industrialized farming. We don't want industrialized farming, neither for animal agriculture nor for plant agriculture. We want to bring back small estates, small farmers, small homesteads that practice regenerative agriculture, and connect with those and put our money towards them, not towards industrialization. So, to wrap this up, when you eat according to your biological design and you make the primary food protein, animal protein, with its natural fat content, you will feel satiated, satisfied, feel good, like energy-wise, and health. Your health will just, like, if you suffer from anything that you think is due to your age, it will just unravel. And with each passing day of you making animal food your dominant food source, you will start to experience a reversal of all the conditions that you thought were due to aging. And I heard this not one time from clients, from friends, from women that I work with, that embrace a more carnivore-ish way of eating. It doesn't have to be 100% carnivore. You can do 100% carnivore, like if you are addressing a major crisis, health crisis, bam, you go for it, 100% all the way in. And when you start feeling good, then you can start to reintroduce some plants. But think of plants as condiments, as garnishes. Do not ever feel guilty for not eating plants, thinking, oh my God, I didn't get my fiber. Oh my God. You know, I'm saying this because I used to feel guilty when I ate vegan and vegetarian and raw vegan, vegetarian for a course of 10 years. And okay, I'm not going to tell you how I wrecked my health during these 10 years. All I'm telling you, when I dropped that and I went to eating by biological design, prioritizing meat and animal fat, and not eating anything raw, I was feeling guilty. Talk about low vibration that does not support health. I was feeling guilty for not eating salads, thinking, oh my gosh, I'm not getting my phytonutrients. God knows what's gonna happen. You know, I had to unlearn so many beliefs that I acquired during my vegan vegetarian phase of my life, or my healing journey. So my invitation to you is, when you start to make this change, which I hope you will, feel the emotion, hear the thoughts that go through your head, and feel the emotion and clear them, because those are not emotions that support healing. So healing happens on all levels. You work on your belief system, you work on your emotions, you work on your energy, like the frequency. Everything is frequency. The emotion is at a certain frequency. The thoughts are at a certain frequency. The words you're saying all vibrate. So you want to raise your vibration, to vibrate at the level of health. Think of a radio station. Let's say you have a favorite band. For instance, let's talk Bob Marley. I hope you're fans of Bob Marley. I just saw his movie. I love Bob Marley. I love his mission, oneness, love, all that. So let's say you really love Bob Marley. Oh, one love. Na, na. Okay? And you know Bob Marley, your favorite artist, plays on 99 FM. But you are dialing the radio on 55 AM. How are you going to hear Bob Marley on 55 AM when Bob Marley plays at 99 FM? You can't. I wish I can see It's hard to sometimes go against the grain. You doubt yourself thinking, I am doing the right thing. Once you start feeling good and your pains go away, then you know you are doing the right thing. So, Gloria, I think you posted this. Thank you for your comment. Absolutely. So, once we have to have patience because it takes a little while for the body to respond. The older condition is set in our body, like the more chronic an issue is, the longer it will take to be unraveled. So we have to have patience and to hold the faith, not to doubt ourselves. And that's the best feedback that we get. And again, we are the study of one. You have to know you, your goals, your desires, your body, your results, and not to pay attention to the other 7 billion people around you, what they are doing. Each one has to do herself, himself. So yes, Gloria, absolutely. And then the body will give us feedback, and then it becomes easier. Then we get into a vortex of higher frequency, self-trust, self-esteem, confidence, courage. So of course, when you start to make this kind of changes, you'll be fearful. You'll be afraid, but just ask yourself, what is the worst that can happen? It's only food. It's only diet. Of course, we are made of what we eat, but what is the worst that can happen in 1 month? Right? So that's how you do it. And, going back to the radio analogy. So if you tune yourself, your frequency, your thinking patterns, your belief, your emotions are all on 55 AM, but you want to listen to 99 FM, you can't. You have to raise yourself up to 99. You have to tune yourself up to that frequency so you can listen to your favorite station. You vibrate. So you vibrate at the frequency of health. So if you vibrate at the frequency of disease, I can't, I'm tired, I'm in pain, this is not working for me, oh, only me, everybody else can do it, but I can't. That's a low frequency, 55 AM. You're never going to make it to 99 FM to listen to Bob Marley if that's your goal. So once you state your goal, now you start to change the language around your goal. I can, I am worthy, I am confident, I am supported, and you begin to in a way you brainwash yourself in a positive way, and little by little you turn that dial up until you get to the frequency of health, and that's when resonance happens. Now you vibrate at the frequency of health. So what do you attract into your physical reality? Health, joy, happiness, energy, motivation, inspired thoughts, inspired ideas, inspired next action without feeling insecure or doubting yourself. That's when you take care of yourself with ease. That's when eating becomes as intuitive, as simple, and natural as breathing is. You will not have to think it and obsess over it and put it in the app and all that. There are rare instances when one has to use an app to log all their food. Maybe type 1 diabetes or cancer. Okay, it can get, but that's a whole other issue or situation. For that, you thank God we have the apps, we have the technology, right? But for majority of us, we don't need that. We just have to go back to natural way of eating. Eat your meat. Eat your protein for the first meal when you feel hungry. When you're hungry again, eat again more protein with natural fat. When you're hungry again, eat again more protein, and everything is going to set into place. The hunger will set into place. The cravings will disappear. You'll feel happy. You'll feel energized. The aches and pains dissipate. You go off medication. Is just a whole other way of being. That's the riff of today. I hope you appreciate it. And comment below. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you want to join my next group. I'm contemplating to offer another carnivore group. This time, the carnivore group is going to be to have a heavier component on the mindset work. So I'm going to add one more thing here. Thank you, Gloria. I'm so happy you caught me live. I appreciate you too. I hope you're doing great. I want to say one more thing before I end this. If you find yourself going, let's say even you start carnivore or ketogenic or low carb or whatever works for you, it may be vegetarian, vegan, it doesn't matter. Whatever you do and you find that it works for you and you stick with it, you get the results, but then boom, something happens, you go off. You just slide right back off into an old pattern. If that happens, it is because you have not dismantled old belief patterns. There's something in your unconscious, I wouldn't even say subconscious, but most likely unconscious mind, whether it's individual or collective. I'm going to give you a quick overview of the mind, right? So we have the conscious mind, the thoughts that we are aware of. With the conscious mind, we are trying to change the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is all our life experiences since we are born, since we're in the womb, since we're born, everything we heard around from our parents, from our brothers and sisters, from our teachers, from the media, everything gets dumped, absorbed by a sponge by the subconscious mind. And the subconscious mind is extremely powerful. It's the mind that runs the show. We think that with our conscious mind, we're running the show. But for all of us, unless we do this work consciously all the time, the subconscious mind is running the show. So if you find yourself falling, always sliding back or often sliding back into old habits, is because something in the subconscious mind has not been dismantled. Now, more so, we also have the unconscious mind. The unconscious mind has two layers, individual unconscious mind and collective unconscious mind. So to make matter a little bit more complicated is that we have archetypes. And here we again, this has power. It's like even more powerful of a mind layer. So this one also runs the show. It can run it again for good or for not so good. So we've got to work. We got to dig deeper and change. Shutter off of the subconscious mind that's not serving us. And then go to the unconscious mind and change the archetypes and the beliefs that are not serving us and keep the ones that do serve us. And then ultimately, we want to tap into the supraconscious mind, the divine mind, the one, once we tap into that outer layer of this infinite mind, infinite wisdom. We call it inner wisdom, inner guidance, or infinite wisdom, infinite guidance. That's the easiest way to change all the other layers of the mind. That's the most powerful one. But we are not trained. We are not taught that we can access that mind. So that we do with affirmations, with meditation, with breathing exercises. So my next group program, which I don't have a date yet. I'm just thinking, I started. When do I start? What do I want to do? I know for sure I want to work on all the levels of the mind. So when you finish that program, not only you will you start eating by biological design, but you will stick with it for the rest of your life, given that you will continue to do the work. That's all I have for today. I wish you a beautiful day. Thank you for coming live. Thank you for watching the replay. Share with your friends if you find it valuable. Comment below. Let me know if you're interested in the group program. And I love you. You're worthy. You're deserving. You can do it. Mwah.